all pain is of the emptiness within. After new leaves have come in the new spring, who thinks of the leaves which had fallen in the autumn? After new leaves have come in the new spring, who thinks of the leaves which had fallen in the autumn? Gloom is not because of things, but the vacuum left behind by them. What hurts is not people's departure, but emptiness they leave behind. Nothing but emptiness pains. All pain is of the emptiness within. After the new house is built, who visits the old broken house? Why don't you cry a little more so that you can stop crying? There is incompleteness within all of us, and throughout our life, all our efforts are only about coming out of that incompleteness. We make friends, we make relationships, we want an identity, we want recognition, we want joy. All that we do only to feel little more complete, because there is completeness within us. We are trying to fill our inner completeness with things, people, and favorable situations. We make friends. We fall in love. They fill our inner incompleteness, and we feel settled temporarily. We feel complete for the time they are with us. But when they leave, once again we start experiencing the inner incompleteness. Once again we are experiencing loneliness. Gloom is because of the emptiness we have within. Gloom is not because of things, but the vacuum left behind by them. Our life is like a collage. It's a big frame, and we have filled the frame with so many small photographs. All our efforts are about filling the gaps in the collage. But when one photograph falls, then that portion of the frame becomes empty. incomplete. Somehow the entire frame looks incomplete because of the absence of that one photograph. We live a collage life. We have filled our frame with so many photographs, so many people, so many things. And when they leave, we suffer. Suffering does not come from people leaving us. Suffering comes from people leaving the vacuum when they leave us. When we lose somebody, then that person leaves a vacuum in our life. That vacuum gives us pain. That vacuum gives us a sense of incompleteness. And we suffer incompleteness. We suffer the vacuum. We do not suffer people's departure. We do not suffer the loss of any kind. What we suffer is the vacuum left behind when people go, when things fade, when situations become totally opposite. What brings suffering to us is the vacuum left behind when people depart, when things depart, when situations depart. Gloom is not because of things, but the vacuum left behind by them. When spring comes, new leaves comes, flowers come. We are filled with the joy of new colors, new flowers, new leaves. Do we remember about those flowers which had fallen in the autumn? Do we remember about those leaves which had fallen in the autumn, which were lying on the dust and slowly becoming the dust? We do not remember because spring has come. Spring has filled our emptiness with new flowers, new colors, new songs, new leaves. Who thinks about the last autumn? We don't remember. We do not miss the old leaves. When the new leaves come, we don't even think about old faded flowers when new flowers have bloomed. When our emptiness gets filled, then we move on. We forget what has left us. We forget the old leaves. The memory of old flowers start fading. after new leaves have come. In the new spring, who thinks of the leaves which had fallen in the autumn? The collage had a missing photograph. It had a vacuum, and now you have put one new photograph to the frame, and now the frame is complete. The collage is complete. Now you do not miss that last photograph which had fallen off the frame. Now slowly and slowly you accept the new photograph in the frame as part of the collage. We do not suffer somebody's departure. We suffer the emptiness they leave when they depart. And when that emptiness gets filled by something else, something new, then our suffering gets over. Our pain starts fading. We start becoming normal. Nobody thinks of the old leaves and flowers which had fallen in the autumn, when new flowers and the new leaves have already come up in this new spring. What hurts is not people's departure, but emptiness they leave behind. Nothing but emptiness pains. All the pain is of the emptiness within. All the pain in our life is because of the vacuum we have within. All the pain is of emptiness within. After a new house is built, who visits the old broken house? After a new house is built, who visits the old broken house? Why don't you cry a little more so that you can stop crying? You are still crying because you have not cried enough yet. That's why you're crying. If you had already cried enough, more than enough, then you would not be crying on the same thing now. You would start laughing. If you're crying on the same thing now, it means you have not cried enough. And life will make you cry enough, and then it will leave you. You cannot stop crying before you have cried enough on it. So why don't you cry a little more and finish this crying for once and all? Why do you suffer in installment? Why do you cry in installments? Cry a little more and finish this whole thing for once and all. Finish it for once and all. If you're still crying on it, it means still you're stuck on it. Still you are entangled on it. Still you have not understood the meaninglessness of it. If you have cried enough on it, then you will understand the meaninglessness of it. You will move on without any effort towards moving on. Moving on will just happen so naturally. Why don't you cry a little more so you can stop crying? Cry a little more. And this crying will leave you forever. It will never come back to you. Laughter will come to you. If you actually cry totally, completely, then you will end up at laughter. You will end up at laughing at everything. What else will you do at the end if not laugh? This mystery of life will turn and twist you in 1,000 directions. At the end, what will you do? You will stop putting your own head, you will start dancing. You will stop taking things seriously. You will start laughing. Cry little more so that you are done with the crying for once and all.